I know I'm supposed to do this video, but I'm hesitating a bit because I fear the disapproval of many. However, I am more motivated by the liberation of many. If you are a woman or a girl whose innocence was taken at any point in your life, you're a child, a teenager, even an adult, I can relate with you. And I hope that through my story, you will find deliverance, you will find liberty, peace, joy, and that you would drop the cloak of shame, fear, anxiety, and every other thing that comes with it, even guilt, and the fear of disapproval. I'm going to make sure that this is going to be unscripted. It is unscripted, right? Because I want you to have my honest reactions and my story for what it is. Between the ages of maybe 4 to 10, at different points in my life, different men took advantage of me. And it messed up my life. I will not lie. Going into secondary school or high school, I made a promise to myself that I was only going to have one friend at a time because I was afraid that I might tell somebody about my story and I would be the talk of town. I would be the talk of the school. And I did not want that. I did not want anybody shaming me or just in my business too much. But if I should have a friend and I mistakenly would say something, I wanted to know who, in case the story got out. And I know there are people who are watching this who I went to the same secondary school with or high school, and they would be probably shocked because at the time I used to have maybe one close friend per time. I was the bestie type of girl. Like I'd have one best friend per time. And at the time, I was called different names. I was labeled different horrible things that I wasn't. But it was just because I ceded my voice. I took my voice away because I was afraid of my past. Between the ages of maybe 5 to 7, to be honest, like the timeline is blurred in my mind. But I remember I wrote on a piece of paper to one of the abusers who was the longest. And he was actually a family member, extended family member. And I remember at the time, it was like I didn't know how to write the word hate. I don't know how. But I asked him to spell, he was in the room with me, and I asked him to spell hate for me. And I wrote, I hate you. And one day I'll tell the whole world what you did to me. I remember I was a child. I don't know what gave me the courage. And as a child, and I'm not here to blame any of my family members, they did the best that they could to take care of me and to protect me. Like I said, the person that abused me the longest was a family member. So how were they supposed to know, right? I'm not here to blame any family member. Nobody really did sex education for me. However, when those horrible things were happening, I had a knowing inside of myself that it was wrong. Now I know it's the voice of God. I was not able to talk about my experiences with anybody, in fact, until I think one of my best friends in secondary school, but I just told her a snippet of it. I didn't tell her all of it until I think the person that I told, it's not even I think, I know, the person that I told the whole story of my life, what had happened, who did what to me, at what point, was my husband. He was my friend at that time in 2008. Now he's my husband. It's 2025. Isn't God amazing? But anyway, he was the only person that I felt comfortable with and safe with to say this is what happened to me. And even at that point, I couldn't talk about the experience without crying, without bawling my eyes. I felt a lot of shame. I felt a lot of guilt. It made me really anxious and suspicious of the people around me and of men. And fast forward that, I eventually read Joyce Meyer's book, Beauty for Ashes, where she talked about her own story of victory from this same abuse. Hers was even her father. I know. It's unbelievable. And I remember reading through this book and I could just cry. Like, I would cry at different points. I read the book and I cried at different points. And I would say that I DIY'd my mental health with that one book at the time. Why am I doing this? I want you free. Today, I am a wife and a mother of 2 boys. I have men in my life. I love men. My experiences did not make me hate men. I offered my life to Christ. I believed every word that I read in the Bible. And I still do. Like I said, I'm not scripting this. Here we go. And I want you free, just in case you are in a place where you probably hate men, or you just feel a lot of guilt. You've also ceded your voice. You can't really talk to anybody. You've never opened your mouth to say, this is the thing that makes me so angry. This is the thing that makes me so suspicious of everyone. This is the thing that makes me so afraid. Borrow my courage. Yeah. Borrow my healing for now until you can stand. I believe my innocence has been restored because I have a childlike way of viewing life and of enjoying life and of enjoying the people around me. I want you to experience the same. It's possible. So, if you are like me, I really hope that you will stick around. I want to also share stories of how raising my boys, I have had the past being triggered. Certain decisions I'm making as a mother, as a wife, I've seen that my past, even when I thought like, oh no, I'm fine now, but my past has been triggered in different ways and I have been able to manage it in different ways. And luckily for me, recently I met someone and I told her what I wanted to do. And at that point in time, I was really praying to God, where do I start? I really want to help people. And she said to me, you have to go to therapy. Right? I didn't think that I needed it, but yes. So before, while I'm still in the process of actually getting a therapist, I can help you. The thing that I have been able to achieve with God and personal resilience, I can use that. It's valuable, it's tangible information that can help you to live a victorious life. So, I'm not afraid to share my story. I understand that you might be afraid now to share yours. You don't have to share yours. But even in your quiet moments, you can actually pray to God and give Him your fear, give Him all the negative emotion. Can I finish with a prayer? I'll finish with a prayer. Sweet Jesus, we thank you. Thank you that through you we are whole, we are complete, nothing missing, nothing broken. To all the people listening to me right now who have had this terrible experience, an experience that I refer to as a useless experience in my life. Father, I hope that when they open their hearts to you, that they will find healing, that they will believe you, as you have said to us, that we are whole in you, we are holy in you, that they will believe you. Holy Spirit of God, empower them to believe your voice. So, are you in for a ride? It's about to be a long ride.